everybody, and welcome to the Geeked Out podcast, the show where we have no sleep whatsoever because we are very inconsistent with our sleep schedules, all of us.
Not for just yourself.
Oh yeah, this is the guy that gets probably 5 hours of sleep each night, and then then talks on the phone to his girlfriend, and then goes back to bed. And then doesn't wake up to our phone calls.
To the point where we go over to your house and wake you up, or find you playing League because you turned your phone off.
Yeah. Or playing Hogwarts Legacy now. I'd be disappearing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it is your host Tyler here. We got James in the top left. Say hi, James.
What's happening?
And we got.
That's not hi.
And we got.
Hi.
Thank you.
And then we got Jaden, aka the sentence corrector, aka.
Oh, I was gonna say, why the fuck didn't I get an AKA? I was kind of mad for a second.
No, okay. Well, James, aka.
I don't want an AKA. No, I don't want.
James, aka Donut Boy, aka what's your character's name in Hogwarts Legacy?
Beatrice Waterstorm.
All right, Beatrice Waterstorm. And then we got Jaden, aka the sentence corrector.
Why is it whenever there's an AKA, I get the short end of the stick?
Well, you literally just corrected him on his sentence, so.
Yeah, he said it wrong. You said say hi, and he said what's happening. That's not right.
It's a form of hi.
Very good form of hi.
I was just continue with your AKA.
I was also going to be like AKA J-Mac, who has been killing it with his song Regrets.
It just hit 26,000 streams.
Damn, that's a
Hey.
If I did the math correctly, that's over $1,000 on that song alone.
$1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna give me some of that?
If I can get it, it takes like 2 to 3 months for my distributor side to send me the money.
You better tell that motherfucker to hurry up.
I emailed them tonight. Once I saw it hit 26.
Broke.
Oh man, I'm trying to play Hogwarts.
Run me my money.
I'm trying to play Hogwarts.
Right.
Oh god.
Well, you guys know what to do. Continue the stream. Jaden's songs, especially Regrets, because that's his best one in my opinion.
Please and thank you.
Continue to make him famous and continue to give him money because he needs it.
Oh, I do.
And if you want to see more of J-Mac, he's also on this podcast, which you can check out on Apple Music and Spotify. And then you can also check us out on YouTube if you're listening on one of those ones. And also on TikTok, Instagram, and why not throw in Twitch, because I added the logo right there. That's right. I did.
I did.
Yep. So, like I said, we're probably going to stream on Twitch. Like I said, we'll see about Hogwarts Legacy. There's a lot of controversy about that, but that's besides the point. But then there's also other games too. We've been playing 2K.
Still got Overwatch.
Still got Fortnite, or even, I don't know, maybe it'll just be a solo stream. Maybe it's James that just streams. Maybe it's Jaden that just streams.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, well, maybe it's just me and James. But more of the story, just continue to follow along on our journey.
They're so fed up with you right now, bro. You see how he's sitting? He's point of the matter. This motherfucker's irritating me right now. Moving past him. Don't pay attention.
My fault.
You're good. But yeah, thank you guys for continuing to support. We've grown a lot over the last week. We've had a few more listeners come in. We got a few followers on YouTube and TikTok. James, a lot of people are very upset on your Eagles take, by the way.
Yeah, Carson Wentz.
They don't think they're frauds.
Hey, it's cool. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. As I said, hey, I got my respect for the certain Eagle players. I'll give it. Jason Kelsey, he's a hell of a player. Lane Johnson, hell of a player. But, and I mean, all of them, even the way they're playing, they're hell of a players. But they're not as good as people think.
Ooh, we will see. The Super Bowl is this Sunday.
They made the Super Bowl.
They had an easy road, bro. Like, come on. Come on.
They did have an easy road.
Here's dog. You telling me if the roles were reversed to anybody else, bro? Because if the 49ers was flip-flopped and they had that road and they played the Giants and say they played up a beat up, say Jalen Hurts went down and they played with Garner Minshew and then he went down in that game and they had to play with Joe Schmo. Guaranteed they say the same shit. Be like, bro, like that was an easy road they got. That's all I'm saying. If they win it, I'll give them their credit for sure. But it's just
So if
the
they don't
one
win,
game.
so if they don't win it, they're frauds.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Because here's the thing, this is going to be the first good, healthy team they play against. Because I've been saying all year that I don't think the Giants are good. I've said that. I've said I think the Giants are a joke.
Mm-hmm.
We smacked them twice, and I said they were a joke. So.
What if it's a close
But they
game?
do have a bright future.
Right.
If it's a close game, I'll still give them their. I still give them their credit. They made it to the Super Bowl. They did more than a lot of fucking teams did. Than all teams did, except the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So, but they're still frauds. So.
That's crazy.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's nuts.
Well, and if you guys want to see who we think is going to win the Super Bowl, you could listen back on, the other podcasts,
Last week?
Last week's podcast, or matter of fact, go listen to all of the podcasts. Just stream all the podcasts.
Might as well. You're already listening.
Yeah, except maybe the first couple. The first couple were god awful, but that's besides the point. Well, moving. Yeah, well, I just wanted to say, thank you guys for the continued support, and we look forward to doing a lot of fun stuff in the future. Maybe sooner rather than later. ? Whenever.
We say that every time.
I know. Well, maybe it's whenever. It's not even sooner rather than later. It's whenever I get off my lazy ass and fucking say, all right, I'm going to do this or we're going to do this. And then, but, yep.
We'll have to do something if or when we go to that Jazz game.
I was about to say, because, Kevin Durant's on the Suns, so...
Oh!
Yeah.
200! That's going to be lit.
So, we'll have to look at, prices and see, I don't know if they've been inflated now that Durant is on the Suns.
Right.
But speaking of Durant on the Suns, so there's... I mean, obviously, you guys saw the fucking title. But we're going to be talking about, and the NBA trades, because the deadline passed... this morning, or at least by the time we're recording it, it was this morning. But so obviously, I mean, Jaden, you have the whole list, so I guess you can read off the ones and we'll talk about it. At least the ones that are most interesting.
So, most interesting, I say, obviously, KD to the Suns was a very big one. I was telling Ty.
Oh no!
I was telling Ty a little bit earlier that I didn't expect KD. I didn't expect them to trade him away so quickly. I thought it would be kind of we're gonna see all of our decisions, like who wants KD picked from the best option. No, they kind of just boom, just like that. So I was kind of shocked to see how fast KD quick after Kyrie, which another big mention. I know that was a little bit earlier than all of these ones, but Kyrie to the Mavs was those were probably the two biggest ones, the two headliners. I'd say the one right after that is the 3-team trade with the Lakers, Jazz, and Timberwolves, where Mike Conley to the Timberwolves, Westbrook to the Jazz, and D'Angelo Russell to the Lakers. So if y'all want to talk on that for a little bit.
What, the Laker one?
Yeah, because I know, James, you were saying that D'Lo's one of your faves, right?
Yeah, D'Lo's been one of my favorite players. like one of my my favorite Laker player. I'll say that since 2016. Out of all the players who have came in and out, he's my favorite Laker player. Um, I love D'Angelo Russell. Um, I was sad when we let him go in the past, but it is what it is. So I'm glad to see him come back to for at least this short period of time, so I can hopefully just get a jersey.
Right. And I mean, I don't know if y'all saw, but they're already discussing extensions to see if that's a thing they want to
Which it
see
wouldn't be
out.
bad because he's still pretty young. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's still hella young. But I mean, even if it's not long term and it's short term, I mean, it is what it is.
Mhm.
But I mean, if it ends up being long term, that's cool. I would like for some of these players to come in as long term and us know that we're gonna have them long term
Right.
and actually build on it. And if we suck, we suck.
Right.
But
See, and then a
being a
part of
foreign
that trade.
exchange program, bro, it's getting old, bro.
See, and then a part of that trade, Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt are also part of the Lakers now. So, as a Laker fan, how do you
I
feel about
mean,
this new squad?
it's not bad because we also gave away Patrick Beverly to clear up the guards and went and got Mo
Hmm.
Bamba as a big man.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think it should be pretty decent. I'm not going to be one of the Laker fans to say, "Oh, we won in the championship," but I think we're definitely showing that we're going to compete in the West. We're not going to be this joke of a team that we've been for the first half of the season and last season. I think we're finally going to compete. We're getting younger, and I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. I mean,
Fair.
and we also got Rhea as well, so
Right.
we'll see with the way they do it and potential starting five that we could have is pretty nice. And even off
Right.
the bench, if Obama can just jump up and get rebounds, that's all we need.
Right.
Um, get a
Yeah.
block every now and then.
I know you're sad to see Westbrook go.
I know
I
you're
don't know.
sad to see Patrick Beverly go.
I'm 50-50 on the whole thing because like I don't think Westbrook was the problem, but I'm happy to see him go because the Laker organization hated him.
Yeah.
Like they weren't treating him good. So
Mhm.
I'm happy to see him go for that instance because it's like at the end of the day, I don't want to see him miserable and at a place where he's not liked.
Right.
And I hope he don't stay in Utah because y'all motherfuckers 10 times worse than us. So, but yeah, I didn't want him to be unhappy.
Miserable.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy to see him go, and I hope the best for him. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
if the Lakers don't win this year and he goes and wins, hey, good shit. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, I'm still gonna love Westbrook. I've always
Right.
loved Westbrook as a player, always respected him as a player. So I hope he goes and be
Right.
great, be
And
him.
then Ty on the other end, we're Jazz fans.
Yes,
What
sir.
how do you feel about one? How do you feel about us getting rid of? I guess the biggest name would be Mike. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. Um, with Mike, I mean, Mike's just you can't say anything bad about Conley. I mean, from a player standpoint, I guess you could say, oh, he's washed, but really he's not. I mean, he was just not like he was playing more of a traditional point guard
Right.
more this year. But yeah, like hell of a guy. So wish him luck. Would have rather him not be on the Timberwolves because I would have rather honestly Conley go to the Lakers because at least Conley could like
Yeah.
make it I wouldn't say they would become a championship team with Conley on there, but if the Lakers could be a championship team, then obviously
Right.
I just want Conley to win a championship.
Yeah.
Um, as for I guess the other guy, I mean James, you got a bag with Beasley and Vanderbilt. Beasley's been hooping this year. Yeah, lights out. Can shoot the three ball. Vanderbilt I mean, as he has Bolt in the name, brings a lot of energy when he's on the court.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it'll be very interesting to see the Lakers.
Right.
Yeah, and then D'Lo. I mean, let's see D'Angelo Russell was on the Lakers, and then they kicked him out because they wanted Lonzo Ball, and then they realized
Then they
Lonzo
kicked
Ball
him out.
sucks. And then they realized we need to bring him back. But no, like James said, I mean, he's a lot younger than people think. So
And he's like 26.
yeah, like so he's like he could be very well for this Laker team. I am excited to see what this Laker team can do now. As for the the Jazz, however,
Yeah, how do you feel about
I'm not interested in the Jazz.
Because in my
I love how
eyes,
you're saying all this with a Warriors jacket on.
right?
Yeah,
That's why I was
Go
laughing at the beginning
Warriors.
because you're like Conley, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this motherfucker got a Warriors jacket on. Like,
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. See, like I saw. So
Go Curry.
obviously, when you see headlines for trades, you see the main people, right? So what we really saw just from a notification is Mike, Westbrook, and D'Angelo Russell. So when I looked in and saw Vanderbilt and Beasley leaving too, I was pissed.
Well,
I was so upset.
yeah. The reason I'm not pissed is because I knew, at least for Vanderbilt, I knew he was gone. Yeah, because like I said, he's pretty good, and I knew Beasley, I guess, could, but I thought maybe we can try and keep him. Because if the Jazz ever want, I mean, the Jazz have entered a fifth dimension in this trust the process bullshit. They have 15 first round picks within the span of now and 2029. So yeah, they're in a fifth dimension with this shit.
Yeah.
But if they ever want to, I don't know. If they ever want to build a championship team, I thought Beasley could have maybe been a good part. I mean, they could probably find another guy like him. But I don't know. I mean, now we just gotta, tank and go for Victor. And
well, so the other thing, so I want to hear your take on Westbrook. Say we don't cut him. Where do you think he's gonna fit best in? Because obviously Colin Sexton is gonna start now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw that last night when they played the Timberwolves.
I just don't. I just don't see it working. I really don't. Well, for one, and it's not even like, as James said, he's not gonna last because the hatred. Like the Jazz organization would have probably treated him right. It's more so of the fan base through all the shit that like we said last week. Fucking fans have been kicked out of arenas because of Westbrook, been banned from the arena because of Westbrook, and rightfully so. But I don't know, with the system that the Jazz have, with more so like focus on the three ball, come in every once in a while, like I just don't.
Pause.
What'd you say, James?
Said pause.
Why? Oh, never mind. Yeah, focus on the three ball, coming in and dunking and all that shit, doing coming in, attacking whenever the fuck.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't see Westbrook as the thing that worked with Conley, is especially after Mitchell left, was that he went into more so of the point guard role, because when him and Mitchell were on the court, he was pretty much the two. It was pretty much Mitchell that was running the point guard.
Right.
But yeah, he ran the the point, and it worked out because Clarkson and Markkanen were your two scorers, and then you had I guess Olynyk, who's, I don't know how he's still on the team.
Right.
I don't know how him, Rudy Gay, and
right.
I'm kind of surprised about Clarkson being on the team still, even though I know they want to keep him.
Right.
But I just don't see. Especially you're gonna have Sexton start, and I'm glad he's starting, but I just don't see Westbrook in a Jazz uniform.
That's fair.
I would be shocked if I go to, because I'm going to Indiana this weekend to see these Jazz play. I would be shocked if I saw Russell Westbrook in a Jazz uniform, suiting up for
Your
that
dad
game.
would be so mad.
Oh no! When I talked to my dad about the days before the trade happened, I was like, "Hey, so check this out, Dad. We give up Conley, Malik Beasley, and Vanderbilt for Westbrook." He's like, "Oh no." So I haven't talked to him since, but I'm sure he's not very happy.
Yeah.
But
your dad's not gonna be a happy guy.
yeah.
No, I see where you're coming from. I don't really see it working either for quite literally anybody. I think when we do these kinds of things, it's stupid.
I just don't know why the fuck we do it.
Why trade away for
a
single piece and some picks and then buy him out? I hate that.
Like, why are we helping the Lakers? Or like when we fucking traded for Jay Crowder and Derrick Rose in 2018.
Yeah, and
why the fuck are we helping Cleveland do this shit? Why are we helping LeBron?
Right.
Because it always happens with LeBron.
No, you're right. So I guess moving on. One that personally made me laugh quite literally out loud, I was dying for a good 5 minutes, is John Wall back to the Rockets.
I wasn't laughing. I was pissed off.
I was dying of laughter. That's hilarious.
I was hella mad.
Why were you mad, James?
The Clippers organization is pieces of shit. John Wall came out publicly in a documentary, or in an interview, publicly, and said how much of a bad time he had in Houston, and blah blah blah. And they're gonna ship his ass right back off. Not even a whole year went by, bro. Mm-hmm. He didn't even get the All-Star break, and they shipped his ass off.
Well, what did he do for the Clippers organization to make him
I get that, bro. But how many other teams are in the NBA? And you trade him to the one team that he said he literally had a hard time even coming back to play basketball. They're pretty much sending him there and saying, "Go retire."
Yeah.
Because what has he done? For the Clippers, what has he done?
He hasn't even had 6 months.
Didn't he already get hurt this season though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Twice actually.
Yeah.
Once or twice. That's what I mean. Dude needs to retire.
And I get
because he's not okay. So look at another big guy, Kevin Durant, right? Right now you could say that Kevin Durant is injury prone. You could, because over the years he has continually gotten injured, right? Mm-hmm. But what does KD do every single time he comes back? He produces, and he produces big, and he's still top scorer, MVP race, blah 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 blah. John Wall went down with his injury, and has not been the same player since. So then when he went to the Clippers,
also he
did nothing and then got hurt.
But he went down with that injury, and then Wizards traded him to Houston. What did he play? I think he played 2 games with Houston, but the whole thing wasn't working and everything, and they mutually said they weren't. So he never even really tried in Houston. So we can't even count that to say he wasn't the same. And then he never got to play again in Washington before they traded him after his injury. And then he came to the Clippers. This was his first actual chance, and we're really gonna blame John Wall when we talk about how injury prone he is. Kawhi Leonard has played how many games for the Los Angeles Clippers? Paul George has played how many games for the Los Angeles Clippers in the last 4 years?
You know how much bigger they went on those 2 players?
But we're going to talk about John Wall being
injury
prone because the man got injured once this year, or maybe even twice this year. This man, Kawhi Leonard, comes in for 1 game, sits out for 2. Comes in for 1, sits out for 2.
No, you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, so I'm just saying to go and trade him to the one team. But to say
that John Wall is doing anything for that organization would just be wrong. Just flat out wrong. You can't say that he's done anything. And you said, he has 6 months.
He should retire, like you said. That's
he might as well. Not really. What has he done? What has he done?
That's crazy.
He hasn't done anything.
He could start on most teams right now.
That's great.
On most teams.
Go retire.
You're crazy.
He hasn't
Vince
been doing
Carter
anything.
Wasn't bringing shit to his team, and he's still there. The old motherfucker on Miami, Udonis. What the fuck does he do?
He's a player coach.
He sits there and gives high
No, you're
fives,
right.
and we're talking about people that retired. Fuck out of here, John Wall. 360 layup on your favorite player, dog. Still to this day.
No, he won't.
On Larry Bird, bro, all day. Come on now, stop playing with it.
Today?
On Larry Bird, yes.
Today?
Today.
No, because
Today.
now you're just now you're just
today because Larry Bird's old as fuck.
Oh yeah, in that case, yeah. But then he would do it and then probably break something.
Nah, John Wall hasn't. I get that he hasn't had the best luck with injuries, but to say that like he didn't, as I said, he didn't really get the chance on Houston because all the shit wasn't going correct over there. And then even on the Clippers, yeah, he got injured this year, but he had the injury when he was in Washington, and then they never he never came back from it because they literally like traded him away. So to say he hasn't been the same since that injury, he hasn't really got a chance to show that.
No, he had this 6 months and then got hurt and still hasn't produced anything before the injury and after. Like this is what I'm saying. So you're saying he's not having time, but we've gotten a good what? How many months are we into the NBA?
But
let's say that he got one injury.
As I just said, we're talking about that, but we're not talking. What has Kawhi done in the last 4 years?
First of which, he won the 2019 championship, so there's that.
Last 3 years.
Oh, okay. So now we have to move it up a little bit.
Oh my
That's
God.
Crazy. No, I'm just kidding. That one's a joke. That's a joke. But yes, and once again, I'm not saying that you're wrong in Kawhi.
Done in the last 3 years?
They're putting up the numbers.
They're not. They're really not.
Okay.
And it's not hard to average 26 points when you only play 30 games out of 82.
So why can't John Wall do it?
The dude's been out, and he isn't playing bad. How is he going to drop 30 when he has to distribute the ball to PG and he got to distribute the ball to Kawhi Leonard when they're on the court? Not to mention all their other pieces that they have.
Look, if John Wall is supposed to be that caliber level player still, you would think he would be able to just put up some shots, a couple more shots. If he's supposed to be that type of player, he would take more shots. He wouldn't have to pass it out. He'd make moves, and if the move was in it there, then sure, you could pass it out or whatever. But the dude's the point guard. Like he gets to make the decisions. You have your plays and whatever. Like, not saying you don't, but plays tend to collapse, fall apart, and then you do, as basketball players do, you figure it out. You just make something happen. If he's supposed to be that caliber player, he would do that. He doesn't have to pass it every time. So yes, there is a very good chance for him to put up solid numbers. I'm not even saying 30. Put up 20. Like put up, I don't know, 18. Do something. Like, that's what I'm saying. He's nowhere near the same. He's had his time. I'm not saying, sure, you could say, oh, he needs more time. But since the NBA this season has started, he has had that time, already got injured. Let's just even say it's one, because I don't know if it's more than once. So he had time before the injury. And I'm not even saying he was playing bad. He wasn't playing like the John Wall we used to know, but he wasn't playing bad. Then the injury happened. Now what? What has he done? Nothing. So you could say it's like super disrespectful to say retire, but I don't know. Like, just go retire. If you keep getting hurt and you can't produce at the same level you were once at, you might as well retire. If KD, like even Klay, if Klay Thompson came back from that injury and sucked, I'd tell him to do the same thing. Klay, go retire. But
I guess, but as I said, I don't really see as him playing for the Clippers, and I mean, he averages like 11, 5, and 5. I don't think that's necessarily bad. The numbers might be off by a little bit, but he averages like 11, 5, and 5. That's not shit. I'm just saying, like, you're acting. That's not a retirement numbers, and that's on a team again where Kawhi is averaging like 20. I want to say he's averaging like 22, 5 and 2, or 22, 2 and 5, or some shit like that. So John Wall is beating him in assists. He's half of the rebounds, as he should, because he's not as tall, and he has half of the points.
Mm-hmm. So what's your point?
That's how is he supposed? Like, that's a retirement guy. He's shit now.
No, don't just put words in my mouth.
You literally
I'm
said he
not.
should go
No,
retire.
I said he should. I said yeah. I did say he should retire. I didn't say it's because of how he was
could,
playing.
He could start on the Heat right now. Easily.
I don't know about easily.
Easily.
I don't know about easily.
Bro, if John Wall went over there, it would be nasty. Because they're already looking for a point guard.
Yeah, it'd be nasty because he'd probably get hurt again, and we'd be like, man, that's bad.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he's not playing good. That's not what I'm saying.
It's funny because we talk about him being injured, but as you say, KD yourself, KD's been injured every single year since like 2018. Curry's been injured every single year since 2018. LeBron has been injured every single year since 2019. Motherfuckers get injured, but they don't get traded away. John Wall got traded away, got thrown into a rebuild system, and wanted him to produce in a rebuild system at his age.
So you want to know why?
And then ship them to the Clippers and then get on him right away. That's all I'm saying. We're cutting John Wall hella short. That's crazy.
Chip, top 3 in the MVP race this year before he got injured. That's why they didn't get traded. Well, besides KD because he asked for it.
But even John Wall was at the top of his game when he went down. He was still cold as hell. Don't disrespect John Wall, bro. He was a top point guard at that time. He wasn't the top, but he was a top point guard.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But you're like, that's when he got traded away. That's all I'm saying is they go down every single year too, and they've never got traded away. I'm not saying it's because they should get traded away. I'm just saying he got traded away and got put into a new system. Imagine if KD went down with a serious ass injury and then got traded away to a rebuilding team. Mm-hmm. Imagine if that motherfucker got shipped off to the Rockets. They'd be like, damn, KD ain't producing the same way KD was producing, not with a bunch of no-name people.
I don't know about that. He'd still put up KD
I know
numbers.
About that.
No. KD would put up KD numbers.
I'm just saying, as you said at the very beginning when we started doing podcasts, until KD does something by himself to prove it, I ain't scared of KD. He ain't proving nothing to me.
His MVP didn't prove anything to you?
Nope.
That's crazy. Okay, moving on. Danny Green is also on the Rockets. A lot of these are a lot like...
Who the fuck cares about Danny Green?
No, I know. Most of these are now just... They're just kind of whatever.
I still got his jersey.
So you have Danny Green to the Rockets. Part of that KD trade was Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. And Jay Crowder. But then Jay Crowder ended up going to the Bucks. You have Serge Ibaka going to the Pacers.
Don't forget George Hill going to the Pacers.
Yeah, George Hill is also going to the Pacers. Eric Gordon is a Clipper now. I'm surprised he made it out of Houston, honestly. That dude needs to go away. Luke Kennard
needs to retire.
Yeah, that dude needs to retire.
Yeah, you said he needs to go away, and you talking about John Wall needs to retire, boy. That dude needs to retire.
I agree.
He's worse than John Wall.
I agree. Bro needs to dip. You got Luke Kennard to the Grizzlies. You got you said solid?
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Yeah, Luke Kennard's nice.
You think because he'll be a role player, he'll be off bench, right?
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, I think that helps their case for shooters.
For the Grizzlies.
And don't help them. They still gonna get smacked.
I mean, yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I was just talking to my friend about it. The Grizzlies ain't got no shot. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And it sounds terrible to say it.
The chip.
Not a chip. Bro, they have the West is so stacked, bro. I saw someone tweet out and it said this is all because he said
I'm fine in the West,
bro. Because it is so stacked. Like, okay. So first off, I'm never gonna mention the Lakers ever because I've told y'all we can win the championship if LeBron wants to win the championship. Okay, and that's how LeBron rolls. But when it comes to everyone else, the Mavericks, bro, how are they gonna get past the Mavericks?
They're not.
They're not, okay? They get lucky, right? They get lucky. They play the Suns.
They play very scrappy. They're too scrappy as
there's too
and they talk too much. They just let it get to their head. It's
because they're not beating the Suns, they're not beating the Mavericks, they're not beating the Warriors. If the Lakers figure stuff out and learn how to play as a team, and I don't know if shit changes around, I don't know. We might be a scary team. Then I don't think they can beat us because it's hard to beat LeBron in a best of 7 series.
The
This is
Jazz.
the Jazz. I don't know. It's as you guys said. You guys traded some pieces away, so I don't know. I don't be looking at the
No,
Jazz like that.
we're back to trash.
Are you?
Yeah, we're
It's tough. So yeah, they're gonna have a tough time getting out the West.
I agree.
I think y'all are forgetting that they have Dylan Brooks, and then he's gonna injure
I hate him.
Kyrie, and then he's gonna injure Durant, and then he's gonna injure LeBron, and then he's gonna injure Tatum, and then they're gonna win the chip.
Genius.
He's the new Zaza.
Exactly.
I can't stand him.
He's on the same level as Grayson Allen.
Mm-hmm. Can you believe they were on the same team at one point?
Gross.
Yeah.
So gross. I hate Dylan Brooks. Oh, I can't stand that dude. I was watching this podcast on TikTok. I think it was today, and somebody was like, "Yeah, the Grizzlies have a championship caliber team. They're an elite team," and this dude popped off on them. He was like, "How are they elite? How are they elite?" They were like, "Well, they got their superstar, their second scorer, and somebody defensive at the rim." They were like, "Who's the second scorer?" They were like, "Desmond Bain," and he's like, "Shut up. That's not an elite team."
I'll give it to them. Here's the thing: they had an elite team, but the West is just so stacked now that their elite team doesn't matter because their elite team ain't shit to the super teams that are there now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But they do have, the John Morant, great. He just talks too much.
Right.
Desmond Bain, solid, lights out shooter. Jared Jackson, I like him. I don't know if y'all heard about all the stuff going on with him right now. I hope it's false.
What?
But it ain't looking too good. It's looking like at home they're stat padding him, so he could win Defensive Player of the Year. It's like he's averaging like 4 steals a game and like I want to say 6 blocks a game at home. To where it's like 0.4 steals a game and like 1.1 block a game away games or something crazy. So I hope it's not true because I like Jared Jackson.
Me too.
But they have a cool team, but I don't like Dylan Brooks, and I think John Morant is talking too much, and it's making me not like the Grizzlies. So
I can't stand the Grizzlies.
And they have Luke Kennard.
I like Luke. I do like Luke. Moving on, we have Wiseman to the Pistons, Sadiq Bey to the Hawks, Thibault to the Trailblazers, which that one kind of got me. I didn't think, I saw that there were like talks about him going away.
I'm gonna be honest, the Pistons one is slept on. I think Wiseman to the Pistons is really good. Yeah, because you got to think they putting a real big man in there, and he's young. Right. If he can, and it's looking like he's getting right into the lineup. It says he's supposed to be starting any day now.
Oh wow, good for him.
And he's going to be in the starting lineup, and you have the likes of him coming back next year, having Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey. They're going to have, they have Isaiah Stewart. They're going to have Bogey. They're going to have a young team. Except him.
You're right.
They're gonna have a young team. They're not gonna be great, but they're building on stuff.
Right. They're on a good path to working in the right direction.
For now, I just hope they don't do normal Pistons stuff because the normal Pistons stuff they like to acquire players and draft players, and once they start getting good and peaking to where they think, they trade them away at their highest value, and it's like. You guys just don't want to win because, like, at their highest value, they don't even let them grow together and peak together. They just, you're good now? You're worth money. No, like, it's like, goddamn. So, if they build on this, I think it is solid for them. I think this could be a step in the right direction for the Pistons. And especially in, like, a lifetime like ours, we ain't never seen the Pistons do nothing. They've always been no one. So, it's like the Jaguars.
They won a championship in our lifetime, but...
that we weren't watching at that time. Like we were young.
Alive.
I know we were alive, but like we were young. So like in our while we were watching, they haven't been shit. Because after that, they ain't been shit. They fell off the face of the planet. So I would like to see the Pistons because it's like the Lions. I always root for the Lions. I think it would be dope.
Yeah. Plus, I like their throwback jerseys. The teal with the horse. Yeah, I like that. Do you think Thibault to the Trailblazers is gonna? It's not gonna be like championship contender, but do you think it'll help Dame out
defensively? I guess.
You don't think offensively?
I mean, offensively it could be whatever. I mean, they traded Josh Hardaway to the Knicks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I don't know. I mean, but they don't. I guess they don't necessarily need offense because they got Lillard and then they got Grant.
Right.
So maybe Thibault will do something. I don't know. I just Portland's not looking the best. So
fair.
Yeah.
We got McDaniels to the Sixers, Reggie Jackson to the Hornets, Mason Plumlee to the Clippers, and Gary Payton II back to the Warriors.
Golden State, but it just makes me wonder why the fuck did they let him go in the first place?
Right.
They literally could have just signed him, and then they could have saved 5 fucking picks.
Right.
And then
I agree.
Yeah, but no, yeah.
That's the one thing I think we do need to talk about. What the fuck was it with these second round picks this year?
Yeah, there were like 2 teams that did 5.
40, there were over 40 second round picks traded this year.
That's nuts.
All the way up until fucking 2029. So
ain't that crazy?
Yeah, we're looking fucking 6 years into the future.
Bro, because it was just weird. Like, you would see, this player, and 3 second round picks. It's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, like, look at the Bucks. When they traded for Jay Crowder, they were like, here's 5 second round picks for Jay Crowder. They were like, yeah, okay.
I think that's a solid pick.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Having Jay Crowder for 5, I mean, it's both ways. Having Jay Crowder is dope. But getting 5 first round picks for like of Jay Crowder, that's dope too.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's a win-win trade, but solid player.
Yeah, that was. I think this trade deadline has probably been my favorite. It was wild.
So I think it is.
I think for sure the scariest was the Kyrie. I think that will be interesting to watch. You know, I think Kyrie with Luka, if they could really make it work, I think it would be. Even though I don't like Luka, I think it would be fun to watch. I think it would be dope and pretty cool to see.
Right.
Because Dirk never got a star like this.
No.
Right.
So Luka's finally getting the star. So let's see what he can do.
Mark finally did.
Trae Young didn't get a star like this either. So.
Okay. I mean, he got Murray.
Yeah, they were supposed to
be Kyrie, boy.
Yeah, but they were supposed to be one of the scariest front backcourts. That's what they were at least. That's at least what they were saying at the beginning of the year.
Now look at.
Said they would. I think they would have been like. I would say they would be good. I didn't think they were gonna be scary, but I thought they were.
It's crazy because ever since that happened, I have not heard about the Hawks since.
It's because the Hawks are fucking irrelevant.
The Hawks are they're always quiet. They always just kind of sneak in.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, and the 7th seed is the Atlanta Hawks. Like,
no, but I'm not even saying like playoff race, nothing like that. I just like last year I'd see quite a few clips from like Trae Young doing something or even Collins doing something. Yeah. I have not seen one. I finally saw my first Hawks clip today, and I'm pretty sure it was from like however long ago.
Yeah, no, they don't do shit.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, no, they're a quiet team. They just kind of move.
You know what's one thing that looks like I will probably have called correctly now? The Nets aren't doing anything.
Hey, you watch out. You watch out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Royce O'Neal
is going to pop off. Ben Simmons.
Him and Cam Johnson.
Ben Simmons is going to look like fucking LSU form, I swear to God.
Oh, yeah. I just saw one of his
I'm not gonna lie
today.
Though. If they sign Ben Simmons and keep him and build on him, they could do something in the future. Ben Simmons is not a bad player at all. Yeah. Ben Simmons is not a bad player at all. They just got to not even them. Whatever team goes and gets Ben Simmons just needs to know how to teach him how to get his confidence back. If he can get his confidence back, is good. Philly just killed him. That's all they did. They sucked his confidence out. If he has the confidence again, he was a solid fucking player.
Right, but confidence is not really something you teach.
Yeah, but you got to teach someone how to shake it off and just stick to how they are, and you just got to keep putting faith into them. So if that ends up happening on Brooklyn, or if he literally just needs a whole new space because it was from Philly, he got traded, so he didn't really get a choice on where he went. He just got pretty much tossed over. So maybe if he finds the home and that's where he wants to go, but he just needs to find himself again. But he's a solid player, so that's what I'm saying. If he finds it there, and they just build around him, I think they could be a good team in the future with Ben Simmons.
I think in this sport, it's very, very hard once you lose confidence because in Philly, obviously a lot of things went down in the playoffs when, the whole, oh, you should have laid it up instead of pass it out, that whole thing, whatever. The fans hated him. The organization hated him, whatever. Ship him off, right? Do you really think the Nets fans wanted them? No. Because they saw how he performed, what he did, and they are listening to everybody else who's hating on him. So now they're not a huge fan of him. Mm-hmm. So if you're in a stadium, obviously, you could try to block out the noise, but we're people, so that's a hard thing to do. This is a bigger thing than what I think people actually think. If your fans aren't on your side, how do you think that's going to affect you? Poorly. And it's affected him enough to where if he were to go anywhere, there's a good chance all those fans aren't going to be on board with that decision of picking him up or trading for him or whatever it may be, because they've seen what he's done, what he's been producing, and it's Ben Simmons not confident anymore. So how is he going to keep playing? He's probably, statistically, realistically, he's probably going to keep playing scared, not confident. And so that's I'm very indifferent about Ben Simmons. I really don't care about him anymore. If he does good, that's awesome. Good for him. If he plays bad, I don't care. But it's hard to see him succeed with confidence when it's you and that many fans. It's a hard thing. So
yeah.
It could happen. He could get his confidence back, and that'd be cool. That'd be great. Good for him. But, whatever.
He is just one jump shot away from being LeBron. Been saying it for years.
That's the problem.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, what players that didn't get traded kind of shocked you? If you think about it, damn, they really stayed in where they're at. Think about it for a second.
I'm honestly...
Really? I was really shocked the Lakers kept him. I thought something told me we were going to be stupid and trade him away just because of how much he's been getting injured and not staying on the court.
Right.
So I thought they were honestly going to ship him off. Do I agree? Did I want that to happen? Fuck no. But I thought they were going to do that just because he literally has not been on the court. So I'm happy we didn't.
Also for his reaction on when LeBron broke the record.
Yeah.
You weren't happy about that. Gone.
Yeah, I'd have been pissed off. Yeah, they got Cam Johnson and 5 or 6 second-round picks. Brady!
Honestly, there's 3 people that come to my mind. All former Jazz players. Gordon Hayward. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling he should have been traded. Royce O'Neal. I'm surprised the Cavs didn't actually go get him because they were looking into him and they were really interested. So the fact that it didn't go through, I was kind of shocked. And then Bogey. A lot of teams were also really interested in Bogdanovich to the point where I was like, oh, dude's getting traded. And then nothing, just silent.
Yeah. So, and then I know the one Ty wants to hear, CP3.
Oh, crap, I forgot about it.
I was surprised he did not get traded because it has been heavily talked about.
Right.
That he was top on their list to trade. So, kind of crazy to think that they did a huge blockbuster trade,
And
yet
kept their 3
kept
stars.
him. Yeah. So, um, that's kind of interesting. And DeAndre Ayton
I was just about
flipped
to add on to
to the
that.
other
Yeah,
side. Yeah, because
DeAndre. Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton, he has not been happy in 2 years. So, very surprising.
Right.
Granted, he has a big contract, so I understand why he didn't get traded. I don't think no
Well,
one
yeah,
really
the
wants the
Suns are
contract.
dumb for that. They're so stupid. They shouldn't have matched. Because they didn't want him anyway. They were telling him that already.
The thing is, if they just put their differences aside, he's a hell of a player.
I agree. He's solid.
DeAndre Ayton's a hell of a player. So
I just thought it was
Monty Williams, I
stupid.
think that's where the problem is. I'm not saying Monty Williams is the problem. Real quick, don't take that. But I think that's the problem is him and Monty Williams. I don't
Right.
think it's the Suns organization. I think it's those two that are clashing.
Well, it could also be the organization. We don't know how
It
much
could be.
detail.
It could be, but I think what I heard it was those
Was
two,
Monty,
but I'm not
yeah.
100% sure.
Could very well be. Since we're on the topic of the Suns, because we were talking about the Suns being a place that KD could land, and now that is happening, how do you think the Suns are going to do now? How do you think they're going to perform?
I mean, everybody has
Same
this
old fun.
narrative of like, oh, it's going to be the Mavs and the
Right.
and the Suns.
Suns.
No,
Right.
it's not.
Just like how it was supposed to be the Lakers and the Nets.
Yes, it's going to be the matchup we never see. And if it is the matchup that we do see, it's not going to be in the conference finals. It's going to be either first round or second round.
Right.
As for the Suns, I mean, we know Durant's going to do his thing, but it depends on Booker, in my opinion.
So is it going to affect Booker with touches wise? How much of? Well, yeah, I know it's obvious that that's going to affect it, but are we going to see a major drop off from Booker? Like, what do you think in that aspect? Like, do you think he's going to be able to hold his own and produce how he's been producing with consistency? Because I know Chris Paul's old. He doesn't need to shoot. Now he has 2 solid scorers on both sides of the court. Saying wings, that's what I mean by both sides of the court. He can just dish it. He can play kind of like what Mike Conley was doing and play that traditional role to like the fullness. Yeah, he could take a shot here and there, but like now on Booker's end, that's where I want to hear what you guys have to say about that.
I mean, if Kevin Durant played like how he did in OKC, then no, it won't, because Durant was very surprisingly, he was very selfless in OKC. He didn't he was a good scorer, but he didn't shoot a lot.
Right.
Whereas Booker, this motherfucker shoots 30 to 40 times a game. He's very selfish. Right. Every time it's like the clutch moment, it's Booker. So it's gonna change because it's Kevin Durant.
Right.
Give me the ball, boy.
Right.
Yeah, like you're not like you think you're clutch. You haven't won a finals. I won too. Granted, it was with Steph Curry and that sack team, but I still won too. But no, yeah, with Booker's he'll still average at least 20 points a game. Might be a little lower than his consistent 26, 27 that he's been averaging for the last 7 years. But yeah, no. Booker, yeah. Durant's the guy now.
Do you think this?
Trade Booker? No, just kidding.
I think it's going to be interesting for his character because you got to think since Devin Booker's been in Phoenix, he's always been the guy.
Right.
I mean, even with CP3 there, he's still been the guy.
Right.
So I think this is the first time to where it's a true test of character for Devin Booker because now we're gonna get to see is he a team player or is he not? And I think it's gonna come out quick. Is he gonna get along when he's not the guy when the fate of the world is on the line? One shot is KD. It's not Booker. And is he going to be okay with that?
Iguodala.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think that's what's going to be pretty interesting is seeing how that corresponds because if you're CP3, you're dishing it out to KD with 2 seconds left.
Right.
No second thoughts.
Right.
So it's that will be interesting.
So, do you think this is going to benefit the Suns more or kind of hurt them?
I think it's gonna benefit them at least for this season. They weren't
Kevin
doing
Durant.
Yeah, they weren't really doing shit this year, and there was I don't know, they were a playing team. I mean, granted, the 4th seed to the fucking 11th seed is 3 games, but yeah, to me, I looked at them damn, they are not the same team that they were 2 years ago when they went to the finals. They weren't the same team last year when they went to the second round. And yeah, I mean, and part of it's due to injury. I mean, Booker hasn't been playing. Chris Paul got hurt. But yeah, they just looked like a play-in team at best to me. So it's gonna benefit them, this season, because they'll make the playoffs. We'll see how far they go in the playoffs. But if we'll see, what Booker's character has to do with it. We'll see if they even get along. And we'll see if maybe Booker sees himself that he's not the guy anymore, and then he's gonna want out. I don't know, but at least for this season, it's gonna benefit them.
Cool. I agree.
Yep. Now, what about Kyrie?
I think that was a great decision for all ends. I don't think there was... Okay, actually, there's one possible problem with that trade. And that's if they don't get Kyrie an extension and he dips, that's an L for the Mavs. No, stop.
And add an A to it.
I guarantee you, if they do not sign him to an extension, mark my word, if they don't sign him to an extension and he hits that free agency market, he's signing with LA. He's going to the Lakers. Guaranteed. No ands, ifs, or buts.
I'm going to laugh if he doesn't.
He will. Bro, this is how long, and it's not even because I'm a Laker fan. And if he's going wherever LeBron is at the end of this year, I'll say that. He wants to be back with LeBron. He has gone to how many places he wants back to win a championship. And he knows that the best case scenario for that to happen is to be next to LeBron James.
So he's a ring
because
chaser?
They were one of the best 1-2 combos in history. I'm not saying the best, but one of the best.
So would you consider Kyrie a ring chaser if he does that?
No, he's going back to where his duo partner.
Where he won a chip?
Yeah, that's where they won the chip.
Go to the person
together.
where he won a chip with?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a ring chaser?
No. It's not like he's going to a stacked fucking team like Kevin Durant.
No, that's pretty similar.
Oh, yeah. Going to a team that people don't even think are going to make the playoffs.
With?
Yeah, he's going back to one of his best friends.
Best friends?
Yeah. Now that he's, got this Illuminati mind state.
I hope that the Mavs give him that extension, honestly.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, obviously I want him to come to LA, but I wouldn't mind it. I think it would be cool seeing if him and Luka do good this year.
Right.
If they don't do good, I don't want him to sign that. I want wherever Kyrie's going to excel. And if that even means next year he goes to a team like the Grizzlies, because that's where, that's where he's going to play his best and maximize his potential. Then that's where I want him to go. You know what I mean? I just want to see Kyrie play his best because everybody in the league, Kyrie's my favorite player.
Like, besides the Mavs and I guess the Lakers, because he would do really good whether you like it or not, I think the other place where he would really thrive with is the Heat. I think if he doesn't stay with the Mavs, I would rather him go to the Heat. I think that'd be a really scary team.
Everyone wants to buff up this Heat team. Why?
You could say the same thing about the Lakers then.
We have no one. We have old motherfuckers, bro. You don't get any time. Everyone wants just any point guard to go to this Heat team right now.
Real quick, they want Jimmy Butler to get a ring.
And I get that, but bro, this guy would fit perfect in Miami, and it's always every person would fit fucking perfect in Miami somehow.
Okay, but don't act like we haven't seen that from the Lakers too.
But
we
that's
see that every
yeah,
year.
but no. But there's a difference. You have LeBron James. Anything works with LeBron.
Obviously not.
He's still performing, okay?
But his team isn't, so obviously it doesn't always work. All I'm saying is, because one, I don't even see the Heat as being like stacked. So buffing them up, like
the thing is because just because they're not high, everyone knows the Heat they're a playoff team. They don't care about seeding and all that. They would rather save their energy for the playoffs. They every year they make that known. As long as they make the playoffs, that's all they really care about.
I would like to see Kyrie with Jimmy Butler. I think it'd be a cool duo.
I would like to see Kyrie with Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah. That's even better. Come to the small market.
I think the person I would really like to see, and I don't think it would work, but I think it would be cool as shit to see them play next to each other. I'd love to see Kyrie play with Damian Lillard. I think that would be scary as shit because you don't know what would you do with either one of them having the balls. Two people's ankles are going to be broken every possession. Tough.
Yeah. I want to see Damian Lillard leave.
Everyone wants to see that.
Same with Bradley Beal. Those are the two players that just need to leave.
Bradley Beal, I wouldn't say the same thing about Bradley.
I would.
The thing about Bradley Beal is they're at least trying to build on him. They've made it clear in Portland they're not building on Damian Lillard, and they have shown that year after year. They're at least trying over there in Washington. They're getting some pieces. They're not looking terrible.
I still want to.
They're looking a lot better than the Trailblazers.
Well, yeah. No, I agree. I just want to see him leave.
Yeah, I think didn't he have the opportunity and then he decided to stay? Like they gave him the option and then he decided to stay?
Yeah, same thing with Damian Lillard. Freaking idiot.
Yeah, he's getting a bag. It's okay.
I'm not going to run from the grind.
Hey, they rich. We not.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong. I guess you have a point. That means living in freaking, what is that? Oregon?
Yeah.
That means living in Oregon.
Motherfucker, I live in Oregon and I'll go drop 15, 20 points a night. Give me a couple million.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if that's what it takes, go for it.
Come on now, bro. Sign me. I will be Zaza. I got y'all, bro. Like, come on. I don't care where I go.
I'll
sign to any team.
Udonis or whatever the dude's name is. I'll just sit on the bench and look pretty.
Stop playing. I will be your personal wipe down the floor when it sweats. I know y'all pay them like 70. I'm getting paid less than 70. Hit me up. Got y'all. Any team.
Facts.
I'll
wear your merch. You were one knee injury away, bro.
I swear to God. What?
Could have made it.
I'm one knee injury away from making it into, as you said about Joe Burrow last week, he was an ACL tear from going to Super Bowl. That's me. I'm an ACL tear away from making the NBA. All right. We'll call that episode. Put a nice little, bow around that. Ship it out to someone. Oh, fuck. I forgot to put the shipping label on it. Oh, well. It's going somewhere.
So dumb.
It's your friend.
I'm tired. It's 4 in the morning.
The night is still young. Come on, bro.
This is probably the latest we've ever done a fucking podcast. What was that?
The wand.
Oh.
Come on now. Beatrice Waterstorm. That's who it is.
Well, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this nice podcast talking about the trade deadline. That all the trades that have happened that were so fucking amazing that we had to make a whole fucking podcast about it. That you can follow along if you listen to on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you're listening to us on those platforms, you can also check us out on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or not Twitter. Actually, we'll make a Twitter one day. Maybe, I don't know.
Every week we're doing something new, bro. Because he wants to list off shit, and now he has to make something new.
Fuck. Tumblr, fuck. Fucking
Follow us on Tinder. God damn it.
Tinder. Fucking god damn. DeviantArt. God damn it.
Goes all the way to MySpace.
Right? Like, who the fuck is on MySpace?
Who's the one person that's on MySpace right now? Oh, hey, that's me. Check out the podcast, guys. All right, well, have a good night, everybody, and we will see you guys on the next podcast. Thanks for watching.